Cassandra Martinez for Hollywood First Look Features, and we're in Beverly Hills for the 34th annual IMAGEN Awards, celebrating Latinos in the entertainment industry. Let's take a first look.
Elena, I'm sorry. That sucks. I freaking want to kill those guys.
No, I don't want you to bloody your beautiful hands. I will do it.
What's that like for you to make sure that you keep it authentic, but also, you know, bring up serious issues that sometimes people just don't do?
Yeah, well, for me, it feels like home too, because that's what my home was like. You know, my parents are old school and very traditional, but open-minded, and I'm sort of this moderate. You know, I'm obviously a Democrat, but I share some of their traditional values. But I also see this next generation of empowered young people who really inspire me and teach me every day. And then we have the Elena character, who is this amazing social justice warrior and reflects so many of the young people in our community that I think are speaking up and have this beautiful power. And I love making the show.
I grew up in Colombia and I'm white passing, so all the shows were dubbed in Spanish and all the girls kind of looked like me, like Miley and Demi and Selena from Disney Channel. But it wasn't until I saw Jane the Virgin that it kind of clicked in my head that I was like, that's the representation thing people are talking about. It's not just people that look like me, but people that have my same stories. So I think that's one.
Yeah, and I like that because I'm one of those people that binge hardcore watching one day at a time. It's one of those things where you're like, oh, this is home. Like, it's one of those things where you just like don't realize it until it's happening.
Yeah.
What is it like to be a part of that now?
It's so crazy. It's really hard to grasp your head around it because it's so weird to try to understand that you are representation for somebody else, but it's such a privilege, and it's what all actors aspire to do, you know? I mean, we know that as actors we're going to take whatever role comes, probably, but when you get to do a role that matters, it's really special.
Some snacks on the minibar.
Mommy, no! The weight sensor! Abuelita, get the Bible.
So the first time I saw myself represented was, I don't know, probably Rita Moreno when I was 10 years old and I watched West Side Story. Yeah.
It's one of those things because with One Day at a Time, I never realized that I never saw my family represented.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
and especially my mom, who has since passed, but your role is it's my mom.
I love that.
And I love that. Like just seeing her, just seeing you. I'm like, so this is what like everyone's been talking about this whole time.
Yeah. Well, because it's funny because we've seen so many of our shows go on the air when it's a Latino cast back in the day, but yet we didn't relate to anything. You know, because there was whoever was writing the show, I mean, I don't know, I'm not speaking of any show specifically, but you didn't get the essence. And one of the things about our show is that the specificity is what makes every single one of us say, that's my mom. Because I'm not Cuban, I'm Puerto Rican. And are you Cuban?
No.
Exactly. But we're Latinas. So we look at them and we're like, that's our mom.
And there's a certain sense of when you watch a show like One Day at a Time, that you leave feeling like you had like a little therapy session, you know? And then you leave feeling more sympathetic towards people's problems, more empathetic towards people's problems.
Exactly. It opens up dialogue. It opens up, it's non-judgmental because at the end of the day, this family loves each other.
Exactly.
And that's what's so beautiful. So yes, it's so important that this show is back on the air. Bigger than us, you know, bigger than me having a job.
No, it's deceiving because you look puny, pero estás bien strong.
What do you call him puny? I do interval training.
In Chicago?
Yeah.
You like it in Chicago, ¿verdad?
Yeah, I do. I mean, for the most part.
Está bien cold.
I'm freezing.
What is that cerdo doing here?
Hello, Miss Emma. Hello, Eddy.
You're not welcome here, rata de dos patas.
I want to know, when was the first time you saw yourself represented on screen? Ever?
Whoa, that's a really interesting question because it's been asked, you know, of me, and I think it's hard to say every part of me, you know, but I think parts of me. I think of, you know, when I think of old school, when I was growing up watching Lucy, I Love Lucy, Ricky Ricardo, I was like, I think I'm vibing because I'm Latinx and my godparents are Cuban, so I was like, I felt so like partly seen but not seen because he's the male, the machista too, but in a way, and you knew about the real life too, I knew that growing up, and so there was that, and then like later on, I just felt that there wasn't any representation, and I think like when I started playing the representation, that's when the conversations started happening. There's parts of me, there's, the L word when it came out, there was like some, Latinx characters that weren't played by Latinx people. So it was hard to connect, but I was like, that's someone that was kind of like something that I was by, like there'd be like, it's something that I'm like connecting to, but not really, but yes. And you keep watching and you're like thirsty for like what it could be. And then I started writing it. And I said, I don't see myself, so I'm going to write it. And so that's what I did. I put myself on stage, did my solo show set for 9 years, and then I got to do a premiere, and that got me onto East Los High.
What is it like for you guys to have people come up to you and be like, I see myself in you guys? What is that like?
It's a very strange blessing that I didn't know that I wanted in a way, when they come up to me, it's you as an actor, you're just like, do your lines, be honest, get into it and do your work, and move on to the next thing. But when people come up to you and say, hey, I sold pot and I went to jail, but I was doing it for my daughter and now I'm out and I'm trying to get clean and it's so hard. And to watch a show that really represents that, thank you, brother. I'm like, well, wow, thank you. I said the words and I put my heart into it, but yeah, it's really cool.
Thank you so much for watching. For more information on the nominees and organization, please visit www.imagen.org. I'm Amy Cassandra Martinez, and I will see you guys next time.